I mean,
yes.
Connolly started a 15-year war with Stephen Dorff, who's still like I hear.
By the way, Kevin Dillon, speaking of the devil, took it upon himself to try to patch things up between me and Stephen Dorff.
Oh, really?
Well, I like Stephen. He's a great guy.
I don't know Stephen.
He's like, you guys still got, you guys over this thing yet or what? Let's talk about it. I was like, Kevin, I want to fucking kill you, bro.
Yeah,
I was
but
so uncomfortable.
But we'll get in because there were a couple of people we over the years, only a few that we kind of made negative comments about.
I just never gave it much thought. And I always knew that Dylan was onto it. And then Dylan's like, you're going to run into these people. And I was like, I don't know that, but they're not going to watch the show. Then the show took off and it became a different thing. But at first I was like, bro, this is a pilot.
It's funny though how the behind the scenes goes like that because, you know, you think you're going to write the script and then the actors are going to come and do it, but they actually do have to go into real world, real life and go, you know, and,
did you have to get names cleared? Pilot name was Sarah Lum. Right?
Sarah Lum.
Dim Sum Lum.
Dim Sum Lum.
Yeah, that we have to clear. If you're actually making a reference to like a person who's not a public figure, then you have to clear it. Sarah Lum, who we love, who actually read every draft of the script probably 500 times, worked for Lev. She was great. And I asked her if we could use her name in that scene, which Kevin Connolly and I are shooting till like 4:00 in the morning.
That was a long one.
And it wasn't working. I mean, and it was like, to me, it was the scene of the real friendship and really the idea of the whole episode is that E is going to be in charge because Vince wants him to be. And it just was not working. And I was sitting there. I didn't even know what to do. I'm like, maybe I wrote it bad. It's not good. And
I think I remember that Adrian in one stage looked over at you, Kevin, and was like, we got to do something, man. Is that the scene?
Yeah, I was going to say.
We got to figure this out. We got to do something.
I mean, we did 25 takes and there was one, they just kept getting worse with every take.
And by the way,
we got one take and it was like, that's a wrap. Everybody go home.
It's by the way, and it's
it's
such an interesting thing because it is this process that, you know, you have this script and then you get the right actors and then something's not working. And I really to this day can't tell you what it was because I don't think I gave any direction and maybe David Frankel said something. But all of a sudden I'm sitting there and I was mesmerized as if like I wasn't on a movie set. Like I was watching two best friends talk about going to their high school reunion and I was like, this is freaking magical. I remember saying it. I'm like, this show is going to go and this is going to be like that show about friends that people are going to want to watch. So, but if we ran out of time, we would have been stuck with some shit that just did not work with the exact same words and the right actors.
What was the fix?
Well, also too, do you remember, Doug, certain point I go over and I get a glass of water from the sink and I was wanting to use the filter spigot, Doug, and so it had like a little nozzle. So I'm like, my chest all puffed out, but I'm turning this little nozzle to get the clean water. And Doug's like, I don't know, you look like a nerd. You don't look cool. I don't know. I don't like it.
Well, I said, you're a guy from Queens. You're not worried about filtered water.
Best water in the world.
And by the way, I said the water is garbage. You said, Kevin, you smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. You think a glass of tap water is going to hurt you? I was like, all right, good point.
And we're also talking 2003 before water is like the thing. I'm like, dude, you're like a man. Just put your face. I think I wanted you to put your face under the faucet. I mean, I don't even remember.
But do you remember when Adrian did that scene? He took his fingers and he stuck in the sugar bowl and started eating sugar.
Yeah. I also remember that scene. Maybe we play that line and Connolly won't even remember this, but I remember Connolly, who, listen, he's a handsome guy and we all love him. He's got to say, if I had your face, and Vince says, you don't. And I know this guy like a book already. He's like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, what are you talking about? Which we didn't even get to the casting of that because I was so obsessed with the casting. And I'm like, when we have Connolly and Adrian, I'm like, you know, Connolly's good looking too. Like, how are we going to feel like we're differentiating between the movie star? And then this kid who was assisting Eric, he clipped together their auditions and put them, seems very simple.
Adrian was in Mexico and I was,
oh, really?
Santa Monica.
Adrian didn't even want to do it. But I saw them play off of each other from their auditions, clipped together. And it was like, I get it. Not that Adrian's better looking than you. I mean, whatever. But
he's better looking than
you.
Come on. I have a way better personality.
You kill him with charm.
Yeah, but it was, that.
Definitely more charming than him.
That scene. And then also, which I looked back at it, my initial thought for E, Joe Pesci was in my head. Like a 25-year-old Joe Pesci. Like a real, like, scrappy, ready to go at any time. And we had an actress not show up that day. She just was like, I'm not coming.
Who was it that didn't come? Was it
Gina Gershon? She said she didn't realize she was playing herself. And we're all standing around. We don't have an actor. And Adrian called Ali Larter.
I remember that. Wow.
Thank God saved us. But Connolly, you go like, what is your line? I wish you saw, but you're like, what are you looking at me for? It actually sounds like Pesci. And the reason I just brought that up, when we go into the Bose